Hello, everyone. Welcome to my video. In this video, we are going to learn about ISO 14063:2006, which is Environmental Management, Environmental Communication Guidelines and Examples. What is ISO 14063:2006? ISO 14063:2006 is a standard developed by the International Organization for Standardization, ISO, that focuses on providing specification and guidelines for environmental communication. The aim is to effectively communicate information on environmental performance both inside and outside the company, and to various interested parties, which is beneficial for maintaining cooperative relationships and environmental decision making. The standard does not serve as a requirement for any environmental management related ISO standard. It can be used individually or in combination according to any ISO 14000 series of standards. What is environmental communication? Environmental communication is the process of collecting, processing, and distributing information on environmental impacts, performance and practices to various stakeholders. It aims to analyze, explain, and share relevant environmental data for stakeholders in order to make effective decision making, collect feedback and opinions, meet stakeholder expectations and needs, etc. In addition, according to the document, environmental communication is divided into internal and external environmental communication, and the approach may need to be adjusted depending on the organization situation. In addition, the standard can be used as a basis for environmental communication regardless of whether the organization has an environmental management system. Principles of environmental communication: transparency. All information about the state of the environment is available to all stakeholders, and consideration of confidentiality of information should also be included. The information includes 1. Processes, procedures, methodologies, data sources and assumptions. 2. The role of interest stakeholders in environmental communication. Appropriateness. 1. Appropriate media and mediums are used for communication based on the interests or needs of the stakeholders. 2. The information provided in the communication process should be relevant to the stakeholders. Credibility. 1. Provide information that is accurate, truthful, and employs generally accepted standards. 2. To communicate in the communication process with stakeholders in a fair and honest manner. Responsiveness. 1. Respond to stakeholder inquiries and concerns in a timely and complete manner. 2. Ensure that stakeholders' needs for environmental communication are properly addressed. Clarity. Use communication methods and language that are clear and can be understood by the organization and stakeholders, avoiding ambiguity. Strategies for environmental communication. The following factors should be considered when conducting environmental communication. Purpose of environmental communication. For example, to raise environmental awareness and promote stakeholder involvement in environmental issues. The target audience of the environmental communication. Who is the audience of the communication, and how do they relate to the information covered in the communication? Channels and formats of environmental communication. How the information covered in the environmental communication is presented to stakeholders. This usually includes media such as web pages, presentations, reports, etc. In addition to this, ensure that stakeholders are fully engaged in the communication process. Evaluation and improvement. Based on the feedback gathered from the environmental communication, it provides experience and improvement strategies for future follow-up activities. Challenges for environmental communication. 1. Environmental communication must consider the background of the stakeholders. For example, media or mediums used, language habits, values, lifestyles, localization issues, etc. Taking these factors into account, fully investigating and researching the background of the stakeholders will make the communication easier too. Shaping a positive communication environment. Effective environmental communication needs to be based on trust and acceptance from both parties. How to establish an effective interaction and maintain this connection can be very complex for organizations. Considering the social backgrounds, interests, and values of the two parties involved in environmental communication, it can take a long time to establish a friendly and supportive relationship and communication environment. 3. Value and relevance of messages. Environmental messages delivered in environmental communication must ensure that they are consistent with the target's values, worldview and political ideology. In addition, the open-mindedness, education, and social standards of stakeholders can affect the efficiency and manner how they gather information. Opportunities for environmental communication. 1. International partnerships for organizations. Excellent environmental communication performance can be the basis for stable international partnerships. This also means that different cultural backgrounds, values, religions, political ideologies, etc. are to be considered in environmental communication too. Innovation and improvement. Effective environmental communication can involve more stakeholders in the organization's activities and decision making. Building positive relationships with a wider range of stakeholders provides opportunities to innovate and improve the environmental management system. The more you know about your collaborators, the more complete your understanding of the research topic will be. 3. More reputational and educational opportunities. Effective environmental communication can increase awareness and understanding of environmental efforts among people inside and outside the organization, and encourage a more sustainable culture and lifestyle, as well as build a positive environmental reputation for both parties and use it as a competitive advantage over peers. Introduction to ISO 14063:2006. ISO 14063:2006 is an international standard developed by the International Organization for Standardization, ISO, that provides guidance to companies on effective communication of environmental information. The standard emphasizes principles, strategies, and activities for transparently communicating environmental information to stakeholders, including identifying objectives, targeting audiences, setting key messages, selecting communication channels, engaging stakeholders and ensuring credibility. By following ISO 14063:2006, organizations can strengthen their environmental communication practices, promote stakeholder trust, and contribute to sustainable development. Definition of environmental communication. Environmental communication is the process of collecting, processing, and distributing information on environmental problems, practices, impacts and solutions to various stakeholders, including organizations, governments, communities and the public. How environmental communication can enhance the image and reputation of an organization. 1. Transparency and credibility. Communication about environmental conservation practices, achievements and challenges in an open and transparent way builds trust. When stakeholders consider an organization to be transparent and truthful, it has a positive effect on the organization's profile too. Building trust with stakeholders. Effective environmental communication can contribute to trust with stakeholders, including customers, investors, employees, and communities. Trust can be a key factor in building and maintaining a positive organizational image. 3. Advantage in the marketplace. Organizations that effectively communicate their environmental efforts can advance in the marketplace. A positive environmental profile can provide a competitive advantage by attracting environmentally aware consumers, investors, and partners for risk reduction. Positive and active environmental communication helps to manage and reduce environmental risks. Through transparent and effective problem solving, organizations can minimize negative views and protect their own profile when faced with challenges. The connection between effective communication and compliance with environmental standards. Effective communication is critical to ensuring compliance with environmental standards because it clarifies environmental requirements, raises stakeholder awareness, promotes a sense of responsibility within the organization, motivates training and education activities, encourages reporting and monitoring of environmental performance. fosters positive relationships with regulators, addresses violations in a transparent manner, and supports continuous improvement efforts. By maintaining clear, transparent and proactive communication practices, companies can navigate the complexity of environmental regulations, minimize risk and build trust with regulators and stakeholders. The importance of involving various stakeholders in environmental communication. 1. Diverse perspectives. Engaging various stakeholders brings diverse insights, experiences, and solutions to environmental discussions, promoting creativity and innovation too. Building trust. Involving stakeholders fosters transparency, accountability, and positive relationships, enhancing trust and credibility. 3. Addressing concerns. Engaging stakeholders helps organizations understand and address environmental concerns, expectations, and priorities, enhancing responsiveness. 4. Stakeholder support. Active involvement fosters stakeholder buy-in and commitment to sustainability initiatives, mobilizing collective action and support. 5. Enhancing accountability. Engaging stakeholders promotes ethical behavior, responsibility, and compliance with environmental standards and regulations. 6. Facilitating collaboration. Involving stakeholders facilitates partnerships, collaboration, and collective action on environmental issues, leveraging expertise and resources for positive impact. Effective ways to interact with customers, employees, local communities, and other stakeholders. By implementing these approaches with different types of stakeholders, organizations can make their environmental communication strategies and practices to meet the unique needs, interests, expectations, and preferences of different stakeholder groups. This targeted approach enhances engagement, builds relationships, fosters collaboration, and drives positive environmental outcomes. 1. Customers. Product eco-labeling. Implement eco-labeling on products to inform customers about environmental attributes, certifications, or sustainability credentials. Clearly communicate the environmental benefits, such as reduced carbon footprint, recyclability, or energy efficiency, to help customers make informed purchasing decisions too. Employees. Green teams and workshops. Establish employee-led green teams within the organization to promote sustainability, organize workshops, share best practices, and implement environmental initiatives. Encourage cross-departmental collaboration and innovation to engage employees in sustainability efforts and drive continuous improvement. 3. Local communities. Community advisory panels. Establish community advisory panels or stakeholder advisory groups consisting of local residents, community leaders, environmental experts, and other stakeholders. Organize regular meetings, consultations, or forums to discuss environmental impacts, concerns, opportunities, and collaborate on community-based sustainability projects or initiatives. for other stakeholders. Stakeholder engagement platforms. Develop stakeholder engagement platforms, such as online portals, forums, or interactive websites, to facilitate dialogue, consultations, feedback, and collaboration with investors, regulators, suppliers, industry associations, NGOs, and other stakeholders. Provide access to relevant information, resources, reports, or updates to foster transparency, trust, and collaboration. Definition of greenwashing. Greenwashing refers to the practice of misleading consumers, stakeholders, and the public by falsely claiming or exaggerating environmental benefits or sustainability practices of a product, service, organization, or initiative. It involves using misleading marketing, advertising, branding, or communication tactics to create a false perception of environmental responsibility, sustainability, or green credentials, thereby misleading and deceiving audiences. How to identify greenwashing practices. Several indicators can help identify greenwashing practices. From these aspects, greenwashing in environmental communication can also be avoided. 1. Vague or generic terms. Beware of vague, broad, or generic environmental claims, such as eco-friendly, green, natural, or sustainable, without specific evidence or certifications to support the claims too. Unsubstantiated claims. Look for credible, verifiable, and transparent evidence, data, certifications, or third-party validations that substantiate environmental claims, benefits, or impacts. 3. Misleading imagery. Be cautious of misleading imagery, symbols, or visuals that imply environmental benefits or sustainability without genuine efforts or meaningful actions to support the claims. 4. Hidden trade-offs. Evaluate whether organizations focus on a single environmental attribute or benefit, while ignoring or downplaying other significant environmental impacts, trade-offs, or concerns associated with their products, services, or operations. 5. Irrelevant claims. Be skeptical of irrelevant or insignificant environmental claims that distract from more significant environmental issues, impacts, or challenges relevant to the product, industry, or organization. 6. Lack of transparency. Pay attention to organizations that lack transparency, disclosure, or detailed information about their environmental practices, impacts, certifications, methodologies, or performance metrics. Exposing greenwashing using technology. 1. Social media monitoring. Monitoring social media platforms, online forums, websites, blogs, news outlets, or digital channels using digital analytics, sentiment analysis, or media monitoring tools can identify misleading, false, exaggerated, or deceptive environmental communication practices, or greenwashing tactics. 2. Crowdsourced platforms. Engaging stakeholders, consumers, activists, NGOs, or experts through crowdsourced platforms, apps, or websites to report, review, evaluate, critique, or expose potential greenwashing cases, concerns, allegations, or examples. 3. Content management systems, CMS. UCMS platforms facilitate content creation, management, distribution, or publication of environmental communication materials, such as articles, reports, blogs, videos, infographics, or multimedia content. These platforms can collect information to distinguish if there are any greenwashing. Challenges and opportunities in implementing ISO 14063:2006 challenges. 1. Complexity of communication. One of the primary challenges is navigating the complexities of environmental communication, including addressing diverse stakeholder needs, ensuring accuracy, maintaining transparency, and avoiding greenwashing. 2. Resource constraints. Implementing ISO 14063:2006 may require significant resources, including time, expertise, technology, training, infrastructure, or investments, which could pose challenges for organizations with limited capacities or budgets. 3. Stakeholder engagement. Engaging diverse stakeholders, such as customers, employees, communities, regulators, suppliers, investors, or NGOs, in environmental communication efforts can be challenging due to varying interests, expectations, priorities, or concerns. 4. Compliance and consistency. Ensuring compliance with ISO 14063:2006 standards, guidelines, principles, or requirements across different departments, locations, functions, or stakeholders within the organization can be complex. Opportunities. 1. Enhanced credibility and trust. Implementing ISO 14063:2006 can enhance the organization's credibility, integrity, reputation, trustworthiness, or leadership in environmental communication, fostering stakeholder trust, loyalty, engagement, or collaboration. 2. Improve stakeholder relationships. Strengthening environmental communication practices can foster positive relationships, partnerships, collaborations, or dialogues with diverse stakeholders, including customers, employees, communities, regulators, NGOs, or industry peers. 3. Risk management. Implementing ISO 14063:2006 can help organizations identify, assess, manage, mitigate, or communicate environmental risks, challenges, opportunities, or impacts effectively, enhancing resilience, compliance, governance, or sustainability performance. 4. Alignment with global standards. Aligning with ISO 14063:2006 enables organizations to adhere to globally recognized, accepted, or respected standards, frameworks, guidelines, principles, or best practices in environmental communication, enhancing consistency, comparability, credibility, or collaboration on a global scale. This is the reference list used in this presentation video. That's all for this video, which is about environmental management, environmental communication guidelines and examples. Thank you for watching.